Hello, Player 3 here, winding the clock back to 55 million years ago. Wow. That's right, it's Ecco the Dolphin. Let's dive straight on in. To be honest, before I took up the challenge of this game, I'd never heard of it before. Sorry, Ed. But after checking it out on the Sega Genesis Mini, thinking it was some dumb kids game, then seeing the final boss, I instantly knew I had to make a video on this. And I have some questions I want to answer along the way. Questions you might have as well. Why, for the love of God, is this game so hard? Why this game? Like, why a dolphin? And time travel. And of course, where do I rank it relative to the other games I've played on this channel? Anywho, Ecco, the beginning, or rather, Ecco's creator, Ed Annunziata. Ed has been making video games since 1984, but it was even before that where the spark that would later become Ecco came to be. In the early 1980s, Ed was working at an educational software company called Sunburst Communications. During that time, there was a project that was an educational game tied along with a PBS miniseries called The Voyage of the Mimi, starring a young Ben Affleck. In it aims to teach kids about math and science and many aspects of the sea, trying to make it entertaining all the while. While working on the simultaneous educational game for the series, Ed learned more than he thought he would have, and became fascinated with the majesty of the ocean and its creatures, more specifically, dolphins. He had known about them being mammals and needing to breathe air like most people know, but with this project he got to delve into how dolphins use echolocation and how amazing it really is. Around the same time, Ed had bought a Sinclair ZX81 computer and began to learn coding because he was curious on how video games worked. Ed and a friend of his worked to make what would become Ed's first video game, Pyramid Run, which they sold to Atari. With Ed's fascination with marine life and his new knowledge of coding, Ed wanted to make a video game that included a dolphin, so he coded a dolphin swimming about. There wasn't much Ed could do at the time in terms of making a fully fledged dolphin game like he envisioned. In New York, where he lived and worked, there weren't too many, if any, computer jobs that made video games, unlike in California. Fortunately, an opportunity came about that would change all that. In 1989, Ed was asked if he would like to be sent to California to work on a project. Ed, of course, took this grand opportunity. Not a week after arriving in California, in October of 1989, Ed saw an ad for a job at Sega of America. Soon after that, Ed was offered a job at Sega. And soon after that, Ed pitched an idea for a dolphin game. Unfortunately, Sega shot down his proposal, but Ed's personality wouldn't let him give up that easily. Ed's first project at Sega of America was a game called Abrams Battle Tank. Finally able to express his creative freedom, not particularly allowed when making a kid's educational game, the game was the first game ever to be published by Sega of America. The next game Ed got to work on was a dream come true. As someone who grew up with Marvel Comics, making a Spider-Man game must have been so unreal. Ed had said that in those days, comics were the medium to reach. They never imagined video games would surpass them. The goal was to go from video games to comics. That's how small video games were at the time, and how big comics were. How little did they know. Ed was very knowledgeable about Marvel Comics, and thus was able to follow the lore strictly set by Marvel. He even added a very cool, unique aspect of the game in the form of having Peter take Spider-Man pictures for the Daily Bugle in order to earn money so he could buy more webs. And yet again, Ed pitched his dolphin game to Sega of America. But it wasn't until Ed provided some form of gameplay that showcased the potential of the game he envisioned. With Ed's persistence and his wiggling line, which was the movement of a dolphin through water, Ed's new dolphin game was greenlit. Development began on this new game with the working title Dolphin. That was Ed's game, and he wanted it to be how he envisioned. Throughout development, Ed fought with Sega to maintain creative control over his game. For example, Sega wanted enemies such as scuba divers with harpoons, but Ed said no. The game wasn't to have any humans in it. In fact, this takes place long after humans are gone, and so there are no humans in the game. Sega proposed the name Botticelli the Dolphin, in light of the hype from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with their names of Italian Renaissance artists. But Ed was quick to shoot that one down, eventually settling on Ecco, for a likeness of echolocation which dolphins used, then replacing the H with a second C, which in Italian meant I see and seeing with sound, which is what echolocation is. It was all coming together. They had the name and great artwork by Zolst Balo, who was 19 years old at the time of making Ecco, in which he did almost the entire pixel art for the game, as well as for Ecco Tides of Time. What was left was the soundtrack to get the feel Ed wanted from the game. Ed had said that he was not a musician, so he would use music he loved to listen to and develop an idea of the feel he wanted from that. For Ecco, Ed wanted a sound like Pink Floyd, and more specifically, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. When approaching composer Spencer Nielsen, Ed played a tape of Pink Floyd over the top a demo of Echo swimming. Spencer understood what Ed wanted, and a day later, he had a demo for the game. Ed was thrilled. This was the sound he wanted, and that demo song would define the rest of the music for the game. It's a good thing Ed once again got his way because a different composer tried to pitch music for Echo, and Ed said it resembled the whistling of the Andy Griffith Show theme. What a disaster that could have been. By now, the game was all coming together. The only problem was that Ed was concerned that kids, when renting the game, would beat it too fast, so he made the game harder. It was already pretty hard in the first place, but thanks again, Ed. Ecco the Dolphin was first released for the Sega Genesis in December of 1992, after which there were multiple ports to different consoles with different elements and such for each port. Echo's reception upon release was generally filled with praise, with most of the negativity being directed towards the difficulty. Of course, without me telling you how well it did, you should know since there was a second, then a third, and then a fourth Echo game that was released. Echo since then pretty much became a cult classic, though it was highly rated and even put on multiple lists, such as one for the best Mega Drive games. Echo even landed itself a spot on the Genesis Mini, which is where I come in. This is where I got my first look at the game, so let's go through the game and see what I thought. You start the game off in a tranquil bit of the ocean, swimming alongside your dolphin friends, your pod. You can talk to your pod and they will tell you things like, the mark on your head looks like the stars in the sky, and the mark on your head looks like the stars in the sky, and the mark on your head looks like the stars in the sky. Okay, someone else please. Echo, if we breathe air, why do we live beneath the waves? Oh, I see. That's pretty philosophical, don't you think? Calm down there. You're a dolphin. How about, how high in the sky can you fly? Huh. I don't know. Let's find out. One day it attacked, without warning. A huge gust of swirling wind like a churning whirlpool of air and water. It tore all life from Echo's home bay. Singers and shelled ones and even the small fish were ripped, helpless, twisting in fright, into the high nothingness beyond, and then they vanished. Jesus, that's dark. What the actual frick is this game? Okay, so now the game officially starts. You're on your own, so go find your pod. Easy. It actually is pretty easy. Just swim through the map until you find the orca. It gives you some insight on what's to come. Then you exit the level. Nice. Almost there. Only 25 to go. Oh my god. The Under Caves. The Under Caves. It's quite an understatement when I say this level was my crutch for the earliest playthroughs of the game. Playing through it now, it doesn't seem so hard, but I still wouldn't call it easy. But when I first attempted this level, in this video in general, I wanted to try for a calm Let's Play style playthrough like my It Came From the Desert video, but that didn't work out when this level pissed me off so much that I broke my keyboard and cut my hand in the process, causing me to take a couple months off from playing the game. Roll the clip. Okay, the vents. Actually, I'm gonna skip past a few of these early levels since the puzzle is pretty much the same as well as the setting. The next change in scenery is when we reach the open ocean. This level isn't too hard once you figure out the right method. Now onto the ice. Actually, forget the ice because I forgot to record that part. Isn't that cool? But don't worry, there's more ice to come. Ha, kidding. And more of my least favorite enemies from the ice levels, the spooky fucking spider crabs. Oh look, the asteroid. I remember you. Okay. Of course it was you. It was I who sent you. Okay, you've already lost me. Now it is clear. You cryptic bastard, what is clear? I can help you. Give you powers and knowledge, but for the love of God, what are you getting at, you old ocean spinning DNA looking ass? Goddamn past? So I'm a time traveling dolphin who needs to save my pod from aliens. Atlantis, here I come. Okay, so I have to find this mysterious missing globe that belongs to the asteroid and give it to him in my present day. Make sense? Just wait, it makes no sense. In return, he'll help me save my pod. Fair enough. The Marble Sea. Okay, so this is Atlantis. in the present day, and I have to find this time machine to go back 55 million years ago in the past. Well, it takes another 4 levels to reach the time machine in Atlantis, and then you go back in time. But first, in the 4th Atlantis level, the City of Forever, there is a lovely, super easy, only one jump. That, of course, is a lie in every way. It's not lovely. It sucks dick. It's not easy. It's hard as fuck and super aggravating. Oh, and it's not just one of them. It's 4. And I like to say that the completion of the 4th jump is satisfying and worth it, but damn, it's not. Okay. I guess this is 55 million years ago. Hey, what the hey, fuck off! Oh. This is supposed to happen. Understood. Okay. Nothing really changes in terms of gameplay. Find the key glyphs and get through the gate glyphs. Find the exit. The worst part of them is the trilobites. Like, I can't stress this enough. These are probably the worst enemy. You can't escape them. It sucks. And it doesn't help that you have to fight fucking Birdo the seahorse shooting her babies at you. But I managed to do the glitch where you squeeze by. Oh, cool. The last level, where I find my old pal the asteroid. Oh, hey, okay, rude. I gotta fight him. If you sit still long enough, he electrocutes you. It takes 2 whole health bars, too. And if you run into the globes without attacking, you get a barrage of damages till you clear him. But there isn't that much space. Oh, it's okay. Just be patient. You have to charge 4 of the same colored globes. Easy. Just wait till he spins so you hit the color you want to hit. It doesn't matter what color. Just don't hit a different color. Oh, shucks, bud. Oh, gotta start over. No worries. Never mind. You're running out of air. Oh, and there's no way to get more. Died again. Better to do the whole level over. Huh. This actually might be the hardest level in the entire game, but we're almost done. Wrong. Wait, actually, there's only 6 left. Whew. Okay, back to the present. Oh wow, deep water again. Well, this is the level from earlier that had the asteroid, so I guess it makes sense that we have to deliver the globe to him. Well, hold on. I went back in time to fight the asteroid and take the globe to him, to travel back to the present and give him his globe back. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. That was a huge waste of time. Let's go through the City of Forever again too, why don't we? And do the 4 impossible jumps again. Cool. Okay. Back in time to the beginning of the game when the aliens took my pod. But I'm coming too. We're in the end game now. We're on the Vortex ship. This level's fun. Yeah, it's an auto-scrolling level through the entrance of the Vortex ship. Welcome to the machine. Ooh! It's actually pretty cool. Here's where the Pink Floyd references get obvious. I like it. The references, not the level. My god, this level sucks. It's an auto-scroller too, but the directions it takes is not so predictable, and you have to know which way to go while fighting off Vortex, or you get killed by their OP attacks, or you get crushed, which is a one-hit kill. Alright, this won't take forever. Ladies and gentlemen, that part's over. Now it's time. Holy shit, there she is! This ain't gonna be easy. Oh, damn it. I died. I'm sorry. What level have you taken me to? Oh, are you kidding me? You have the whole Welcome to the Machine level again, just to get another chance at the Vortex Queen. Ed, why'd you make it this hard? I love the game, but please stop this madness. Please, somebody stop this man! Alright, just don't die. Just charge her a few times, avoid the sucks. Fight off the tiny Vortex Legion, knock off her jaw, kick out her eyes, bada bing, bada boom, you did it! That's on par with Battletoads for difficulty, but this victory music, worth it. Time to enjoy this cutscene. You know, for all the shit I've talked about this game, I really did love it, and I want to play the second Ecco game eventually too, and other games from Ed like Calibri, in due time. So, where does Ecco rank in my ranking of games I've played on this channel? Well, 7 out of 10 for Ecco. That's the same as the Immortal, tied in 7th. Anyway, thanks for... Oh, shit. the 3 questions that I said I wanted to answer at the start of this video, which is probably the first and last time this idea comes about for how I want to structure these episodes. So, question 1. Why is it hard? Easy. Ed was afraid kids who rented the game would beat it too quickly, so he made it hard enough to be playable for an entire weekend. Okay, fair enough, but it was way harder than it needed to be. Question 2. Why the time travel? I don't really know the answer to this one. It was a paradox. It didn't make any sense. Why go back in time to take something from the asteroid just to go back to the present and give it back? He would have never lost it if he didn't send Echo back in time to steal it. The asteroid is just a big fucking troll. Question 3. Rate placement. Nope, no placement anymore. But I liked it. That's my rating. I liked it. So it's a time paradox out of 10. Actually, it's a 7 out of 10. Ignore the out of place rating changes and whatnot throughout these videos. If you used to follow me when I originally uploaded them on Create Hit Arcade, then you know what I'm talking about. I'll catch you up to speed soon. A couple weeks, actually. Stay tuned. See you next time.